We're starting first with First News. On the front page of First News this morning, we have the big story here. Says, insecurity, PDP reps join opposition senators, impeachment plot against Buhari. We took the story on the front page yesterday. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has been given an ultimatum to end insecurity or face impeachment. Bandits documentaries. Federal government will sanction Trust TV and BBC, says Lai Mohammed.
I saw that, and I also got, to see a lot of the responses to it. A lot of people, you had to keep reminding the Minister of Information, that the focus of Nigerian government should be to secure the country and not to, it seems like, attacking media organizations that go deep into these stories and put out, as much information as possible. It should be the federal government who's doing all those things and not,
Well, the question is, the question is how free really is the freedom of speech if we're not being able to tell certain stories? And should our focus be about cleaning the PR, doing PR as opposed to doing the actual work? Insecurity, Nigerians fed up, resorting to self-help, NSA Monguno. Terrorists raid Niger Abuja military checkpoint, gun down soldiers. Whew. Now we also have here PDP reps hold joint closed-door meeting resolved to start collecting signatures to initiate process for president's sack in 6 weeks. Mechanics, vulcanizers, bricklayers, now cultists in Ogun, Governor Abiodun laments. Troops eliminate 30 terrorists who attack soldiers in Abuja, and this is from the DHQ, the Defense Headquarters. 109 billion naira fraud. Suspended AGF Idris, co-defendants granted bail. Hanifa's murder, school proprietor, accomplice to die by hanging. Buhari unaware of terrorist abduction threat until I informed him, and this was said by El Rufai. Why we opened fire on Ibejuleki youths? And this is a statement by the Lagos police. Taxes cushion oil revenue slumps as FIRS grows collection. And our final story this morning on First News, don't dare opposition lawmakers. APC Senator warns Buhari, says they have required number to impeach you. That's all we can take this morning on the First News.
All right, still here in Nigeria, Daily Trust newspapers comes up next. Of course, I'm going to start this morning with the Bethel Baptist High School. 390 days, since that attack, and that those kids have been in captivity. We normally end with it, but I decided to start with it this morning. Also, insecurity, Nigerians have lost confidence in us, gravitating towards self-help, says the federal government. Ooh. IDPs may join terrorists over poverty, dwindling resources, says the Borno State Governor, Babagana Zulum. Hanifa, killer proprietor Abdul Malik, sentenced to death by hanging. Also, the big one on your screen says, Naira depreciation takes toll on investors, worsens uncertainty. Currency down by 11% in 1 week. It will negatively impact prices of commodities, says experts. Also, local content, economic diversification, the way out. Still on the Daily Trust this morning, terrorists attack military checkpoint near Abuja. That's a story that we're still following here. And we will be eager to share conversations on it this morning and bring you updates. PDP reps back senators on Buhari's sacking, and also inflation. WAEC hikes fee to 18,000 naira. Those are the stories on the Daily Trust this morning.
Now let's move over to South Africa with the paper, the Sowetan. On the front page of Sowetan, sign of things to come as ANC loses Nelson Mandela Bay. Mashatile takes loss of Metro in stride, but acknowledges reality of coalitions which the party needs to prepare for. New coalition partners described as having less in common than drunkards in a beer hall. I beg your pardon. That's on page 2. We also have here Celeste seeks love and to conquer the world on page 16. How tavern murders accused was nailed. How tavern murders accused was nailed. That's on page 3. I will never leave, says Kune. Veteran assigned additional role at Naturena. And in the world of sports, we have Amazulu coach Brandon Truter, Maritzburg United coach John Maduka supported, or rather Supersport United coach Gavin Hunt, Chipper United coach Dane Clates, and several other people here during the... Okay, this looks like our paid content. So yeah, that's all that we can take this morning on on the front page of the Sowetan.
All right, from South Africa, let's go to Tanzania this morning and see what stories make the headlines on the Citizen. It says national research, UDSM's pledge on development in the next 60 years. You can read more on that on page 5. In business, government malls one-stop shop for tourism tax issues, page 16. Record year beckons as banks' profits rise. It's a stellar 2022 half-year performance for banks operating in Tanzania, with some profit margins already higher than what was recorded the whole year of 2020. That's on page 3. Very interesting. And of course, you can see some of the bank CEOs and the amount of money that their banks have been able to make in that period, from 32 billion shillings to 208 billion shillings. Interesting, as a woman, who heads the 208 billion shillings. Also this morning, Samir carefully assembling her A-team on page 2, and also 3 accused of murdering police officer are set free. That's on page 5 of the Citizen newspapers this morning. And those are the stories that we can share at this time, the first half of Breakfast Central. We'll take a short break and, of course, get straight into our top stories. All the papers will come up in the second half of the program this morning. But